But I'm pleased you joined me on this journey. It's been good company actually. I'm glad I started it when I did, and I've been blessed with the weather. Hello you lot. So we're coming into St.Fillans. We're doing pretty well, Andy, town wise. The train line actually goes through the farmyard, but that's disallowed. We're not allowed that way. So the people kindly constructed this for us as a walkway. Beautiful part of the world here in St.Fillans, it really is. Expensive though to buy property, but one thing about buying property in St.Fillans is you're always guaranteed a return. Although the bloody council tax has created a problem for many of them. A lot of them retired. They didn't expect to be spending half the retiral income on council tax, you know. Did you make it then? Okay. You made it all right.
You made it all right.
Yeah.
What a nice day.
It's beautiful, eh? So the rail line there swings through the farm yard. The buildings wouldn't have existed there. These big sheds wouldn't have been there previously, you see. But this is a bit of a consolation to have this, better than nothing. Otherwise you'd be tramping through this sort of stuff, you know, in the high bracken in summer. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite warm now. It's been beautiful. Yeah, I was just saying that the people who own these lovely houses, they're totally killed for council tax. They're talking, you know, upwards of £5,000 a year for some of them. It's quite a lot. If you're taking out you know, investments in your pensions and stuff when you're younger, and you don't count. No advisor would say to you, and bear in mind, well, obviously inflation, but your pension might be inflation linked, so you're all right. But you didn't expect a year-on-year bloody 10% rise in your council tax. Now, if you paid, say, £3,000 a year since 1989, well, let's forget poll tax, but say since 1993, the council tax, or 94 was it, yeah? That's 30 years. That's £90,000 you've given the council for fuck all. £90,000, people. That's for one property. A lot of properties are actually in the D section, but nevertheless it's a heck of a lot of money every year. Year after year for decades, nothing you can do about it. If you don't pay, they'll make you bankrupt, and if you get bankrupt, it's one thing in bankruptcy or insolvency laws. People don't know this, but say you owe money all over the shop. There's only two things that are not calculated into it. Well, three things when you think about it. One is income tax, the other is student loans, Another one is council tax. So all your creditors would maybe have to accept a penny in the pound or something like that, but council tax people, HMRC and the student loan company can take 100 pennies in the pound, even after you're bankrupt. So bear that in mind if you're thinking of going insolvent. So there's the old railway bridge down there, and the train obviously passed underneath and heading towards St.Fillans station, where we're off to. So that's St.Fillans station down there. You see it? And this is all new. So you used to be able to walk through there at one point. But what we'll do, we'll follow the track round Amy, and we'll slip along beside the residential site, and we'll get a closer picture of the of St.Fillans train station as it was. But that this is it. I'll show you the platform when we get over there. Should get access all right. I should also say a lot of these properties are not visible from the A85, so most people don't know they exist. St. Fillans is a bit bigger than what you think. It's not just Victorian or Edwardian detached villas or even Georgian villas. There's the police, see them on the prowl, looking for bikers probably. Oh no, it's escort for that bloody big truck. I just noticed, and interestingly, they've kept it as a feature. I wonder if the planners at the Perthshire Council said no, it's a listed building this. But that little square piece in the middle, that's the signal box. And that's the signal box that my grandfather used to operate with the shifting levers. I demonstrate changing the lines. Very, very important job. If you didn't change the lines and two trains were heading towards each other, it would be catastrophic, you know. A lot of pressure. So they've kept that as a centrepiece in the new residential park here. I don't think I'd like it. This is a sort of stuff you get in America. These sort of places with you know, these half crazy bloody people from North Carolina or South Carolina living in these. They've got a special name, I can't remember the name just now. So that's a pretty good view down there, Andy. There's a lot of work going on, as you can see. And you can see that they've irresponsibly cut down lots of the old deciduous trees. Probably nothing wrong with them. How they got permission to do that beats me. There's one of those labourers down there, bloody frantic they are. I think I'm with the DWP, making a documentary about them working. So with no expense spared here in St.Fillans for signage. We've got a Perth to Comrie 6 mile, Dalchonzie where I've just walked from 3 miles, and if you hadn't noticed this sign, well, you've always got that one as well to rely on. So here we are. So I'm going down to that's the way to Dalchonzie, which is a long way. I have walked this, but from Four Seasons Hotel, but this is another accessible way up, but it's a long climb. But what I want to do, Annie, is I want to go down to the train station, if you don't mind. And there's the bridge, well, the rail across the bridge there. You can see how it all worked out just perfectly. And the vehicles would come down here with the goods vehicles and stuff from the train. It really was, it was everything worked completely well. So we're going along to the left here, and we've walked about 50 yards, and there's just another reminder sign, Comrie 6, Dalchonzie 3. Now you can take your horse if you want. So, yeah, but there we go. It says here that keep out, private, but I'll be ignoring that while I exercise my right to go up and look at the old St.Fillans rail station just up here. I have filmed it before, but it's tucked away in one of my external hard drives, and I can't be bothered looking for it. But we're doing all this just now, so if anyone says to me, what the hell you think you're doing, I'll say, bonjour monsieur, allez bon, or something. And oh, you can't be bothered. No, I'll speak in Swahili. I'm probably better at speaking Swahili than I'm French, to be honest, or Italian, or German, or Dutch. There's one of the original buildings from the rail station, and here as well. And I don't know which would be the ticket office, or perhaps the waiting room or something like that. But also, you'll see remnants. I can't really get in there because this is private. This is the platform here on each side. But can you see it's fantastic? And they've kept that, so that's good news, Annie. But I best not go in too far because it does say private, and it's obviously somebody's living quarters along there now. But this is St.Fillans railway station, and how fabulous it is. It really is, Annie. So thank you. You can just see the extent of the retaining wall here. It's 1 o'clock. I think that's not bad. An hour and a half in all my mucking around. But that's just completed the Dalchonzie to St.Fillans section. And hopefully you've enjoyed my footage from today. Thank you. So there's the railway heading west out of St.Fillans station. I'm walking along. I'm very conscious that I've got the whole damn thing to walk back again to Dalchonzie to pick up my car. But what I considered is maybe going down for cola. I've got tea, of course, but I might get a ice cold can of cola from the shop and sit and sip at that with a cigaretto. But and then maybe collect a bus. There might be a bus in the next half hour. I think there is one, Andy. I think there's one at 20 minutes to 2, I'm sure there was. Or is, or was, or whatever. There's the gloss coming out, Andy. That makes a fine little drink, that if you take the petals. Very honey-like taste. Well, I have done what I set out to do. Now look at the size of the gradients on the hills around. Pretty amazing, isn't it? I'll take you up there one day. I might go up there sometime. Let you see. Yeah, I just saw the sign. It's happened to turn at the right time. This is another indication when God speaks to you. He wanted me to see this. So it says here, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Well, how beautiful is that? The road is rising up to meet me today. The wind is, well, I suppose it has been at my back for quite a bit. And the sunshine is certainly warm on my face. Yes, I'm glad I saw this sign. So that's the route of the railway from St.Fillans coming this way. The machines have been in here and cleared a bit, but you can tell that this is the section of the railway. Travel. It really struggled to get up these slopes, I'm afraid, Andy. That's so you imagine being on the train from Crieff, how delightful a journey you would have had so far. And just as you got up to this point, Loch Earn would start to take view. Yeah, it's well done, Andy. You've done a lot of work to get this far, and I think you can safely say that you've done the whole lot now. There's not really much to add into it now. We'll get along to the track. We'll go down to the Four Seasons Hotel, and we'll check the bus timetable just to be sure. If not, we've got a 3.5 mile walk back to the car, but that's not a problem. It's a lovely day. More blasted rock, Andy. Do you understand what I mean about the passengers? How they must have had well, wherever they are, if they're in heaven, which I suspect most of them are, this is probably exactly what they think about day and night, is the train journey from Crieff to Loch Earn and up to, you know, Glenogle, up to Killin Junction and out to Cranelarach, and perhaps onwards to Oban or the West Highland line, all the way to you know, Rannoch and Roy Bridge, and you know, over to, well, it'd be Cranelarach, Tyne Drum, Bridge of Orkney, Rannoch, Carrúr, what's that other one at the end of Loch Traig? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, Annie. I'll stick it up, I can't remember at the moment. I should remember. And down to Roy Bridge and Speen Bridge, and then into Fort William. Fort William used to have the train stations right in the centre of the town, on the actual harbour area. It's totally ruined that as well in Fort William. But then you can take the train onwards and you can go up to Loch Earn and almost to Glenfinnan and Arasig and Mora and all the way to Malig, which I've done. It's brilliant. I know the name of that stop between Roy Bridge and Carrúr. It's called Tulloch. Yeah, it's Tulloch at the end of Loch Traig. I remember all this because I've done it so often now. I really have. I've got a fondness for the railways, and as I say, if you've been a passenger on board the vintage lines or even the modern lines, you have a completely different perspective on the whole of life. Well, I think one of my best train journeys I ever did was from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. That was amazing. Johor Bahru, or something like that, the way you pronounce it, as you head over the straits over into Singapore. That was an amazing line, it really was. No, you won't get lost here. There's plenty of signposts in this part, and the mileage seems to be correct. So this is where we're going, Andy. 250 yards down to the bus stop from here. I'll just say one final thing as I gaze out onto Loch Earn, that the people of St.Fillans have probably been at the local council and saying, listen, we've spent £90,000 a head over the last 30 years in council tax, and what the hell have we got for it? Apart from a view of Loch Earn. So the council probably said, well, do you want us to come and spend some money in your village? Yes, why don't you do up the old railway line? Put in some fine paths, and we want plenty of signage. You can duplicate the signage if you want, even triple it, as long as we get a good value for our council tax. Okay, we'll do that. So I reckon that's why all this work's been done, because most of this is new from what I remember. In fact, it's all pretty recent, Eddie. So these are the chalets which I've stayed in at the Four Seasons. Which one was it, Annie? I think it was this one here, was it? Was it this one, Andy, or was it that one down there? I think it was this one, actually. Yes, it was. I stayed in this on two separate occasions. That one, and the one down there. Yeah. Well, let's check and see if the bus is due. Might be a couple of hours. In fact, the council said, well, to make up for some of the shortfall, we'll build you a new bus shelter as well. We won't make it glass like in Bethel, we'll make it all wooden structure. Yes, that's a good idea. What a money they spent in this bus shelter, eh? What time we got, Andy? Yeah, 4:30. Oh. Oh, we've got one at there's a possibility we've got one at 2 minutes past oh, it doesn't come on the Tuesday or Thursday, Annie. What day is this? It's a Tuesday, it doesn't run on the Tuesday, Annie. Oh, we've got one at 14:37. No. So that's not very good, is it? They don't have a bus in the morning at 8 o'clock and the next one's at 4:30. Not to worry. So what we'll do, we'll have a cup of tea, a cigarette and a biscuit, and then we'll walk back. So I've got about 3.5 miles to go, maybe a bit more. I'm alright with that though. This is a poem from my book, Silhouette and Genius. It's entitled Sunshine on Loch Earn, and it's kind of like a day like we've got today. Sunshine on Loch Earn. On this day the cuckoo called, the first to date this year, bringing memories of loch to shore, of seasonal picnics on freshly painted canvas by the sandy cove. The water sparkled like champagne on celebration. My heart sung a lullaby of nostalgia, with tunes adored, and laughter rang out like church bells. Glasses chimed with refreshing taste as children played and old people with dogs licked ice cream timelessly. I suppose just finally today, I'm having to walk right back to Dalchonzie, of course, but that's the route to Loch Earn Head, and we're going back through the tunnel and just retracing my footsteps from the whole journey today. But it's 3.5 miles, it's not the end of the world, Eddie. I would have liked to have got the bus though, if it had been there, or within a... What time is it, Eddie? What time is it, sir? Ah, it's 10 minutes to 2, Eddie. Crikey, eh? Yeah, so I would have, that's just amazing. I would have got the bus, but there's not one until 25 to 5. I'm not sitting there till 25 to 5, I could bloody walk to Crieff by that time. I just mosey on back at my own pace. I've got some tea left in the flask. I've got enough cigarettes to keep me going. I had a banana, so I'm full of energy again. And I'm admiring the same route. Who's trying to telephone me? Oh, they can just wait. Yeah, they can just wait, Annie. Oh, somebody's trying to phone you. Yes. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to get all the way back to Dalchonzie. I might show the last footsteps to show you I've done it. Thanks, Andy. Thank you. In the bleak midwoods.